Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to sublimate inside an air fryer. So I was watching a YouTube video the other day by Charmaine. I'll have it linked down below, so huge shout out. I believe it's Charmaine Galloway. I didn't even know this was a thing. So she was sublimating inside of an air fryer. So this one right here, for example, is made by Faber. It's $59.99 at Walmart. I'll have it linked down to Amazon if it's there. If you guys can find one cheaper, the same size, you want to stick about this size, go for it. Don't worry, you know, as long as it goes to 400 degrees, go for it. But this one right here, I'm going to pull it out. So it's about this big right here. So you can fit coffee mugs and all that stuff in here. So what we're going to be able to do is sublimate. So we put it to the test and did this little shot glass. So stay tuned and we're going to do that. But you can fit coffee cups in there. You can fit, so there's several different size coffee cups you guys can fit in there. From metal to ceramic, to wine glasses, to the water bottles, all of that stuff you're going to be able to fit in here. When it comes to sublimation, you need heat plus pressure. So for the pressure, we are using this shrink wrap from Condi. This is a special subla wrap that's made from Condi. I will have it linked down below. They have it in tons of different sizes. So the size that we used today was the shot glass size. It was the little one that goes on. You'll see it here in just a minute. And you get a ton of these in a package for a few dollars, and you're going to be able to just toss them in the trash when you're done. It just kind of peels right off. I ordered on Amazon these sublimation wraps that she used, so I've ordered those. And then we're also going to try to use you know, one of these right here. This is a silicone mat that you would put on your cookie sheet. I also had ordered this from Amazon, and we're going to use some of these clips just to see if it works. It'll give us enough pressure, but as of right now, I highly recommend that you guys check out these shrink wraps, which you guys will see in action here in a minute, and you'll definitely want to check it out. I've got a container of ice water over here on the side, so that way we could quickly cool this down, stop the cooking action, and be able to work with it. Make sure you guys have a oven mitt with you, the ones that are made for withstanding high heat. Definitely don't try to do what I did with using a tan towel. Definitely use the proper equipment. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so for the air fryer, for this one here, it's not a digital. You've got from 175 to 400. We're going to have it on 400. Now, according to Charmaine, she did hers for 9 minutes. Follow Charmaine's instructions, and we're going to go the 9 minutes. And so I've got it on 400. And the way to turn it on is to turn the timer. So I'm not going to do that just yet. Now, if you want to preheat it, you can do that for about 5 minutes. So let's go ahead and get this on our shot glass. So this is what it looks like. These are from Condi. They have everything you can imagine over there. I'll have them linked down below so you can get things like this. You can buy them individually. You don't have to buy them in bulk. So that's where this came from. Ceramic shot glass. We're going to use some heat resistant tape here. I'm going to get me a couple pieces of this heat resistant tape cut off and ready to go. So I'll get me a couple pieces here. All right, just like that. So what we're going to do is take our design. If you're using your Sawgrass SG400 and you're using Creative Studio, what I did in Creative Studio was, for my product, I chose a shot glass. I chose this specific one, and then it'll size it down for you like this, and then I designed it out, and then whenever you print it, it has a very faint line for you to be able to trim that away. So I went ahead and just trimmed around that. I'm able to get that size. So what you're going to be able to do is center this up right in the center, just like so, just like that. And I'm going to fold this side over and place a piece of tape. I want to make sure that I'm not blocking this design. So make sure you don't get that tape out there where it's going to block any of this design or your paper. Make sure your paper doesn't go under there. You need to trim it back. I'm going to get that in the middle. I'm actually going to put this side down first so I can make sure my words get exactly where they need to be. So hopefully you guys can see this. So I'm just lining that up. I'm going to pull as tight as I possibly can and get my tape down. So I want to make sure that's not going to come over too far to where it's not going to go under my next design. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my fingers in there and I'm going to pull this as tight as I possibly can. All right, and then tape that down. That looks good. So you just want to make sure that you get that super tight. All right, so the next step is we're going to take our shrink wrap here. This is a special kind of shrink wrap. You cannot just use anything or it's going to melt in there. So definitely make sure you use their stuff. I'm going to push this down until it gets about in the middle. So about like that. So we got our little shot glass down in there. So now I'm going to take my little heat gun. I'm just going to use my Wagner. I'll have this link down below. This is just a craft one. You can use a more professional one if you want to with a heat gun. But I'm just going to use this one for the craft room. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on and let it heat up for about a minute. So hopefully you guys can hear me. So I'm going to just go like this and start. You can see it start to suck down just like that. So I'm going to go over the whole thing, not staying in one spot too long, and keep going around until I get it sucked in real tight. So there you go. Now if you heat too long, you could possibly burn a hole in your plastic. So definitely don't do that, but you can see how nice and tight that is. So it goes around your top and then around your bottom. That's why you want it centered. And you're just gonna go until you don't have any bubbles. So this is how they're nice and tight. So when it comes to sublimation, you need the heat and you need the pressure. These little wraps are going to do that for you. These wraps are amazing because when we're done, we can throw them in the trash. We don't have to worry about it bleeding on our silicone or anything like that. These are going to go right inside the trash. So I highly recommend these little things. How cool is that? Let's go ahead and get it into our air fryer and see how it sublimates. So I've got me a thing of ice water here. So when we get it out, I could go ahead and dip it in there to cool it down to stop the sublimation process. So I'm going to scoot in, put my camera over here a little bit more so hopefully you guys can see. So on our temperature, it's all the way over to 400. And then our timer, we're going to turn it over to 9 minutes. But first, what we're going to do is open this up. So we're just going to open it up like that. And I'm simply going to set this inside. I can set it straight up. I can lay it to the side, however you want to. I'm going to lay mine in the side, just like that. I'm going to shut it. And now we're going to turn it to 9 minutes. So I'm just going to turn my dial to the 9 minute mark and let it go. So you can see our red light came on here. It looks like there's like a little blue light up here. This is the first time I'm using it. I'm doing it live on camera. So we're going to find out together how well this works. So now Charmaine, she did a coffee cup. Another thing is I will be showing you guys this product that you guys can put on regular coffee cups to make them sublimate. So we'll be doing a video on that as well. So we've got tons of videos to come from this, so definitely stay tuned. We're going to be doing infusible ink and all of that good stuff. All right, we'll see you back here in about 9 minutes. I think we're getting near the end here. One thing I want to note really quickly is I ended up opening a window to let the smell out because it almost has like, and I don't know if it's because it's the machine and it has its first round of running because it's almost like this chemically smell. I don't really like that. So you know how whenever you first use something and it kind of has that smell? That's how it smells, but I don't know if it's also the plastic on that shrink wrap stuff too making a smell. So I opened up the window, like I said, to kind of vent that. So I would recommend at least the first time, possibly the entire time, I don't know, to maybe have like it ventilated out. Maybe do this either outside or have a window open or something like that so you're not breathing that smell. I almost have this weird feeling like maybe since I used the shrink wrap, maybe I shouldn't have done it as long. So I think I'm going to go ahead at this point is I'm going to go ahead and stop it because I think it just has like a minute left just to make sure that's not burning the plastic. Hope it looks good. One thing that's really cool about this is you can see it through there. I'm going to go ahead and stop it. I think it's good at this point. You can hear that it's still going. So what I'm going to do is very, very carefully, I don't want it to touch my table and get hot. So I'm going to kind of do that so you can hear that finally done. All right. So what I'm going to do is you can either just kind of open this up. I kind of want to get it off the heat, okay? So you would want to actually have an oven mitt, which I did not bring outside with me. So I'm going to use a towel. Do not attempt to get this out with a towel. Please use the proper stuff like the mittens that are made to withstand heat. So definitely don't attempt to just do it with a towel like me. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. I'm going to go ahead and lean it towards this way so I can get it out of here. Put this back. All right. So I want to go ahead and show you really quickly like Condi has showed here. So you can see that my plastic, it either got stuck on there or started to kind of peel just a little bit. But you guys can hopefully see, without that lighting, the color starting to come through there. Let me flip it around so you can see the other. Flip it around. So you see the color coming through? So it's really cool because you're just going to trash that and you're able to really sublimate the heck out of these things. So what I'm going to do is you want to let it cool down. I'm going to drop mine into a nice cold bath. What I do is very carefully try to cut this away maybe because that's what I think her name is Sprite over there on Condi. She does. She kind of starts go ahead and peeling this away. So I'm going to attempt that. But if I was you, I would let yours cool down. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to go ahead and start trying to get mine off. So definitely be safe. Don't do as I do. So I'm going to go ahead and start peeling this up. So far, I'm definitely loving, this is the first time I've used their wrap, and I promise you that's all I'm going to use from here on out. This is exciting. Now you're asking me, while I'm taking this off, you're probably asking me, why not just use a mug press or something? Because with a mug press, you either have to buy with the attachments, you have to buy the one that's like $200 for the attachments, $300 with the attachments, and you have to switch those out, which is a total pain from a shot glass all the way to a big cup, where you could fit in here. You're not having a fuss with that. If you buy, like I did, I had the 11-ounce mug press. I could only do 11 ounce, and that was kind of a bummer. And those are like $100 So this is going to allow you to do a lot more without having to switch things and buying more equipment. All right, so I'm just carefully trying to peel this away so you guys can see. You guys are getting a little sneak peek there of that color, looking good. Oh my gosh, that color is amazing. Hopefully you guys can see it at that distance. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. Almost got it without burning myself. All right, there we go. So now I can carefully bring this up so you guys can see the color. All right, so I am impressed with these shrink wraps. All right, so let's start with this one. Look at the color on that. Holy smokes, that air fryer plus these shrink wrap things here from Condi. Match made in heaven. Now, if you don't want to do that, you could do the silicone wraps like I talked about, but you're going to want to make sure that you put your design down, an extra piece of cardstock to protect your silicone so it don't stain it. But I would recommend getting these. You get a ton when you purchase them, especially with these shot glasses. You're going to get a bunch with them for the price, and you're going to be able to just trash those. So much easier to work with. But the color on that, and I'm hoping that that is coming through really good. That color is so vibrant. Let me flip this around. And it says, I put the jingle, it's like that song, I put the jing in jingle, so cute. So there's my design. I'll put that, I bought this design off of Etsy. This is 2 different people I bought designs from, and I'll have those linked down below just in case you guys are interested. You could do infusible ink the exact same way. You're just going to put the infusible ink down, do the same thing with that wrap, or your silicone wrap. So either using the shrink wrap or the sublimation wrap. Oh my gosh, the colors of that are amazing. So I'm going to carefully, I just get so scared about stuff like shattering. I'm just going to carefully dip. And then we'll, all right, roll it around. This is going to help it cool down and quit, because as long as it's hot, it's going to continue to sublimate. So this water here is going to help stop that. So I'm just kind of rolling it around there. Oops. All right, now maybe I can handle it so you guys can see how cute. Look at the color of that gnome. These designs are super cute from the girl that I purchased those on Etsy, like I said. And then that design right there. So cute. I absolutely love it. Now, the sublimation printer I've talked about before that I use is the Sawgrass SG400. I love it because they have their own design software. They have a ton of designs too, and they have partnered with Sparkleberry. So there's a ton of cute stuff over there right now, which we'll work with some of those on Wednesday. So come back Wednesday, and we're gonna try out the toaster oven, because I wouldn't purchase both. It would be one or the other. So you can either do this air fryer or you could do a toaster oven. So we're going to put these things to the test. So huge shout out to Charmaine and her video. Definitely go show her some support. Let her know that I sent you guys over there. Because her video, like I said, she used the silicone wrap. So definitely check her out. And I never knew that people were doing this until I seen her video the other night. So I seen somebody the other day selling like their whole setup, which was their printer and some of their presses. And I seen this in the picture and I thought, why does she have an air fryer in there? Now I know. So I don't know how long this has been going on, but I've been outside the loop. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.